Hello, my beautiful and magnificent Leo souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for awakening the divine fire that dwells within you. I am your guide, and if you have found your way to this message at this very moment, I want you to feel deep within the chambers of your heart that this is no accident. This is a royal summons from the universe itself. Pause with me for a moment. Before we journey into the heart of the sun, I invite you to find a place of stillness. Take a deep, intentional breath in, filling your lungs with courage and light. Hold it for a count of 3, feeling the power gathering within your chest. And then exhale, slowly releasing every shadow, every doubt, every whisper that has ever tried to dim your shine. Let your shoulders relax. Let your heart, that brilliant and generous fortress of your soul, open to receive a profound truth. Leo, have you ever looked at others who share your sign and wondered why some seem to blaze with a different kind of light, as if they were born not just to shine, but to lead, to create, and to reignite the very spark of life in others? The truth is, not all birth dates are forged in the same celestial fire. Only those destined within certain sacred time frames carry the undeniable mark of heaven, a force so potent it can alchemize insecurity into sovereignty and rejection into a glorious coronation. And here is a secret that may stir your soul. There is a pride of Leos whose radiant energy is so powerful, so authentic, that the cosmos itself arranges circumstances to support their reign. They do not merely wish, they create reality with the sheer force of their will. They do not simply love, they resurrect entire worlds with the warmth of their heart. Do you feel that whisper of recognition, that stirring in your spirit that asks, "Is my birth date written among those stars?" Stay with me on this journey, because the truths we are about to unlock will illuminate the very essence of your power. But first, if you feel the resonance of this promise deep in your bones, if your royal soul is saying yes to this awakening, I want you to do something for me right now. Make a sacred declaration to the universe. In the comments below, I want you to write, "I am ready to claim my divine inheritance." See this not as a simple comment, but as the signing of a royal decree, an affirmation that you are stepping into your power. And if you have not yet joined our Pride Seal, this covenant, by subscribing to Cosmic Wisdom, it is your promise that you will never again walk your path of light alone. Now let us begin our journey at the very dawn of your season, where the heart first learns its own strength. For those of you, my magnificent Leos born between the sacred dates of July the 23rd and July the 28th, you carry a truly unique and powerful signature. It is as if you entered this life standing at a celestial threshold where the tender, luminous light of the moon meets the blazing, sovereign fire of the sun. You are born on the cusp of Cancer, and this imbues you with a gift that few understand. You are the ruler with a nurturing heart. You did not come here simply to be seen. You came here to protect, to cherish, and to build a kingdom founded on love. Perhaps from a very young age, you felt this profound duality within you. You have the lion's roar, the undeniable presence that commands a room, but you also possess the gentle, intuitive heart of the moon. You feel everything so deeply. Ordinary conversations can feel like navigating a minefield of unspoken emotions, and the paths of detached ambition that others choose have never felt right for your soul. You have likely been told you are too sensitive for a Leo or too emotional to be a strong leader. But listen to me, beautiful soul. That perceived contradiction is not a flaw. It is the divine compass the universe placed directly within your heart. You were not born to be just a king or a queen. You were born to be a guardian, a protector of the flame in others. You do not need to force yourself to be colder, more detached, or more ruthless. You are chosen to be a voice of compassionate strength, to forge a new path where power and love are not opposites, but are instead the most sacred of allies. I know there have been days when the pain of the world has knocked at the door of your heart. You have seen suffering, you have felt betrayal, and you have asked the heavens, why? Why must I feel so much? Why does my heart have to carry this weight? But if you look with the eyes of your soul, you will see that every single crack in your heart has been a divine circuit designed to awaken your true power. The pain was never meant to make you abdicate your throne. It was meant to be alchemized into the very fuel that powers your benevolent reign. Instead of asking, why me? I invite you to begin asking, what is the universe trying to empower me to protect through this challenge? Each time you stand up for someone who has no voice, each time you offer your warmth to a soul shivering in the cold, you grow brighter, stronger, and more aligned with your sacred purpose. You are a living paradox, a bolt of lightning that also knows how to be a gentle, warming hearth. You possess a rare and potent magic, a blend of theatrical intuition and heartfelt strategy. This means you can sense the hidden wounds in others, the unspoken fears behind their bravado, and you also possess the creative fire to turn that understanding into solutions, into encouragement, and into a safe space for them to heal. Others may see a problem, but you see a person who needs sanctuary. Others may see a lost cause, but you see a soul whose light just needs to be fanned back into a flame. This is a gift only those born within this sacred time frame truly embody. Remember, your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is your sovereign radar. It allows you to read the emotional atmosphere of any situation. You see the truth flickering in someone's eyes long before they speak it. You feel the subtle shifts in energy that signal a coming storm. And at the same time, your brilliant Leo mind can connect these feelings with creative intelligence, finding a path forward that is both effective and compassionate. This is why you are so often the reluctant leader, the beloved mentor, the one who builds a family, not just a team. In love, you possess an irresistible magnetism. Not because you seek attention, but because others feel an extraordinary safety in your presence. They see in your eyes both the fire of a protector and the gentleness of a confidant. They sense a mystery and a wisdom they cannot name, but which feels like coming home. You are not just a partner, a friend, or a lover. You are a living sanctuary, a mirror in which others can finally see their own goodness reflected back at them. The universe has given you a sacred mission, not to simply accept the world as it is, but to create pockets of warmth, safety, and unconditional love wherever you go. The moment you stop trying to please those who misunderstand your depth and instead choose to live from your authentic feeling heart, your power multiplies exponentially. And each time you trust this difference, this blend of sun and moon within you, the cosmos takes your hand and places a crown of light upon your head. The fire of Leo is your scepter, and the ocean of compassion is your kingdom. If you are hearing this and you feel your heart trembling with recognition, that is no accident. It is your soul's coronation. Engrave this affirmation into your very being. My heart is my throne. Write it below in the comments as a sacred ritual, a declaration to the heavens that you have chosen to stand as a sovereign soul who rules with love. And if you feel that what I am sharing is touching the very core of your being, turn that resonance into a sacred action. Seal your choice with a like as a symbol of you accepting your crown. Share this video as a beacon of light for another Leo who may be struggling with their own sensitive heart. And subscribe as a sacred covenant that we will build this kingdom of light together. And remember, this is only the first chamber of the heart. For after the ruler learns to protect their kingdom, we must journey deeper into the very core of the sun, where a different kind of power awaits, a power so brilliant it can be blinding. Are you ready to face that light? Now let us step into the heart of the fire, my truly radiant Leo souls. For those of you born between the powerful dates of July 29th and August 7th, you hold an energy that is pure, undiluted, and breathtakingly potent. If the previous group is the fusion of sun and moon, you are the sun itself, a blazing, magnificent star holding the very center of the solar system. You step into this life with an innate, unspoken understanding of your own light. You have an ability to shine, to create, and to inspire that feels as natural to you as breathing. Others may see only your confidence, your charisma, your effortless ability to draw others into your orbit. But you know the truth. You feel the immense responsibility that comes with carrying such a brilliant flame. That is not weakness. That is the gift the universe, in its infinite wisdom, has entrusted solely to you. You are a cosmic lighthouse, and many lost ships unconsciously seek out your shore. Some people sit in your presence and without a single word from you, feel their own hopes and dreams reignited. Some need only to witness your courage and they feel emboldened to face their own fears. That is your power to heal, not through coddling, but through inspiration, not with quiet whispers, but with the sheer, unapologetic brilliance of your existence. It is as if the divine uses you as a living conduit to remind the world of its own potential for greatness. You heal with your very radiance. Even a single genuine smile from you can melt a frozen heart. But listen to me, closely magnificent soul. Your radiance is your greatest gift, and learning to manage it is your most sacred lesson. You are not called to shine your light into every dark corner of the world until you are exhausted. You are not meant to be a vessel of energy endlessly poured out for others until you are left depleted and cold. The most powerful star is not the one that burns brightest for a fleeting moment and then collapses into a black hole. It is the one that knows how to regulate its own fire, how to sustain its own core so that it can burn steadily for eons. The universe heals through you, but it also teaches you the royal decree of enough. Saying no to those who only wish to bask in your warmth without honoring your fire does not mean you lack generosity. Saying no ensures that the light you do share remains pure, powerful, and truly life-giving. Many of you have lived through periods of profound exhaustion, feeling drained from carrying the expectations of so many others. You inspired them, you led them, you poured your energy into their dreams, but then you realized no one can truly be illuminated if the lighthouse itself runs out of oil. Your deepest lesson, dear Leo, is to shine for yourself first, and to fall madly in love with your own light, to applaud your own performances, and to be your own adoring audience. Only when your own inner world is brilliantly lit can your radiance pour forth effortlessly and heal all those who are meant to receive it. You may have been called too much, too dramatic, or too attention-seeking. In truth, this is the language of those who are afraid of their own light. You were not born to be a dim candle flickering timidly in the corner. You were born to be a bonfire, a beacon, a supernova. And each time you dare to release the need for external validation, the light within you intensifies 1,000-fold. If you feel these words resonating in the very core of your solar plexus, I want you to turn this realization into a sacred ritual. Write in the comments below, "My light shines for me first." Write it so the universe will know that you have chosen to honor the sacred eternal flame that God placed within your soul. And prepare yourself, for our journey does not end here. After the heart learns to sustain its own brilliance, a new door opens. As your inner light becomes self-sufficient, it yearns to create, to build, to leave a lasting mark upon the world. The planet of craftsmanship and service, Mercury, draws near to refine your fire, turning your radiance into tangible masterpieces. Are you ready to build your legacy? We now enter a realm of profound creative power, my masterful Leos. For those of you born between the auspicious dates of August 8th and August 17th, you carry a celestial blueprint that blends the boundless, expressive fire of Leo with the meticulous devotional energy of Virgo. You do not only have grand visions, you see the intricate golden threads required to weave that vision into a tangible reality, and you have the courage to do the work. This is a rare and powerful union, the heart of a king combined with the hands of a master craftsman. This potent blend turns you into a natural leader, not through loud proclamations, but through the quiet, undeniable excellence of your work. Others trust you enough to follow not because you demand it, but because they can see the integrity and genius in everything you create. Perhaps many times in your life you have been called a perfectionist, told that your standards are too high, that you are too demanding of yourself and others. But deep down, you know that this drive for excellence is not a neurotic flaw. It is the strategy of your soul. For you, good enough is a betrayal of the magnificent vision the universe has downloaded into your heart. Where others see an obstacle, you see an opportunity to innovate. Where others grow weary of the details, you find your focus, knowing that true mastery lies in the minutiae. And this faith in your own creative process, though at times it may have made you feel isolated, has saved you time and time again from mediocrity. For your creative integrity is a force of nature, quiet yet unstoppable. You have the power to turn the invisible into a masterpiece. A fleeting inspiration becomes a detailed blueprint. A wild dream becomes a well-executed project. An inner knowing becomes a clear path that an entire community can follow. Where others see a chaotic mess of ideas, you see the finished sculpture already existing within the block of marble. This is why you so often become an anchor, a creative director, a founder, even without seeking the title. The aura of masterful leadership that surrounds you needs no introduction. It radiates from the quality of your creations and the unwavering conviction in your eyes. But every divine gift carries its sacred trial, and yours, magnificent creator, is the shadow of self-doubt. Your soul longs to build monuments that last for eternity, but the human part of you sometimes trembles under the weight of that ambition. You hunger to create something truly worthy of the vision in your mind, so much so that at times you can become paralyzed by the fear of falling short. The greatest lesson the universe asks of you is to trust the process. True power appears when you pour all of your light not just into the final product, but into each and every step of the journey. When you do this, your creative fire ceases to be a flickering candle, terrified of being extinguished by a single mistake, and instead becomes a master's forge, capable of shaping even the most stubborn materials into something beautiful and enduring. Remember this: heaven opens the way for those who keep their sacred promise to their own vision. If you vow to honor your creative gifts, the resources will appear. If you vow to never give up on your high standards, unseen hands will guide your tools and refine your work. And if you vow to live in alignment with the masterpiece you were born to create, the entire universe will conspire to place you on the grandest stage, under the most flattering light. You do not need noise to prove your worth. You need only to keep building, keep creating, keep refining in the sacred silence of your studio, your office, your heart. For in that silence, the heavens are already applauding your dedication. You are the embodiment of passion turned into legacy. You are living proof that the greatest dreams are not lost in the clouds, but are built brick by golden brick right here on Earth. If you feel you belong to this tribe of master builders, turn this calling into a sacred ritual. Write in the comments below, "My creation is my legacy." Let the universe witness that you have chosen to anchor your trust in the power of your own hands and the vision within your heart. And this is only the beginning. For after you learn to build your legacy in the world, the journey turns inward, leading you to the final and most sacred realm, the throne room of your own soul. Here the sun illuminates not what you do, but who you are. This is the realm where you learn true sovereignty. Are you ready to crown yourself? And now, we arrive at the culmination of our journey, the sacred twilight of the Leo season. For those of you born between the final potent dates of August 18th and August 22nd, you hold within your spirit the soul of the true sovereign, the guardian of the eternal flame. You stand at the threshold where one cycle ends and a new, wiser one begins. You are not only the final expression of Leo's fire, you are the whisper of the dawn that is to come. Within you lies the quiet confidence of a legacy already built and the blazing generative power of a new beginning. This is why those born in this sacred time often carry both the profound depth of an ancient royal soul and the regenerative power of a star being reborn. You have likely endured trials that others might call a complete dethroning. Perhaps a career that crumbled, a reputation that was challenged, a creation that was not celebrated as you had hoped. You have known what it feels like for the applause to stop, for the lights to go down, for the stage to be empty. But hear me now, magnificent soul. Loss has taken nothing of value from you. It has only stripped away the superficial, returning you to the indestructible core of your own being, a version of you that is braver, brighter, and more authentically powerful than ever before. You are like a star that has collapsed under its own pressure, only to reignite from its own core, burning with a light that is no longer dependent on any external fuel. And the universe has promised that it will trade ashes for crowns, granting beauty for what was burned away to those who trust enough to keep believing in their own light. Your sacred task is not to cling to past glories. Your task is to master the art of releasing the need for external validation. And for that, self-love is the key. Love the person you are when no one is watching. Applaud the courage it took to get back up. Celebrate the wisdom you gained in the darkness, and most of all, crown yourself. Forgiveness of your own perceived failures is not about forgetting. It is about freeing your soul, so you no longer bind yourself to the shadows of who you once were. Each time you dare to approve of yourself, to validate yourself, to love yourself, you perform a sacred ritual of coronation. And from that inner crowning, you step across a new threshold, carrying not the burdens of expectation, but the scepter of freedom. To step into this new beginning also requires a gentle discipline. The discipline to keep from falling back into the old habit of seeking approval. The gentleness to keep from punishing yourself when you stumble. Think of yourself as a sacred flame being rekindled. It needs fuel to burn, but it also needs the space to breathe free from the winds of other people's opinions. You are the final door closing on the need for applause, so that the first dawn of true inner sovereignty may rise. Your very presence reminds the world that no ending is ever truly the end, but only the preparation for a more authentic beginning. Others may see you as quieter now, perhaps more reserved, but the truth is, you carry within you the collective wisdom of an entire cycle. And by rising after every fall, you become living proof of the soul's indestructible royal nature. If you are listening and you feel every word illuminating the throne room of your heart, turn it into your ultimate ritual. Write in the comments below, "I rise, I reign, I begin again." Write it as a sacred vow to your soul, to God, and to the universe that nothing and no one can keep you from your own divine sovereignty. You will rise, you will reign from within, and you will begin again, not from scratch, but from a place of profound wisdom and unshakable self-worth. As our journey together closes for today, I want you, beloved Leo, to pause and take one final deep breath. You have just walked through all the royal chambers of your soul, from the protector's heart, to the radiant sovereign's fire, to the golden creator's hands, and finally, to the sovereign soul's inner throne. If you are hearing these words, know that you are not and have never been alone. The universe has seen you. The divine has watched every single step of your journey. And I, along with every other soul in this sacred community, walk beside you. You may have felt misunderstood. You may have thought your light was too much, or feared that it wasn't enough. You may have believed that a failure or a loss had taken your crown forever. But the truth is, you were never small. You are the fire with the power to warm kingdoms, the star that knows how to blaze again from its own core, the generous, brilliant heart that reminds even the most weary soul of their own capacity for joy. You are living proof that courage, creativity, and self-love can transform every darkness into a doorway to a new dawn. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for listening, and for daring to gaze into the brilliant sun of your own soul. Thank you for sharing your magnificent presence so that this collective energy becomes a place where we all learn to shine a little brighter together. May you walk in light, always protected, and find joy in every creative moment. May love surround you. May your vision guide you, and may miracles appear in your life each and every day. And remember, you always hold the royal right to rise, to reign, and to begin again, no matter the circumstances. Wishing you peace, prosperity, and a heart overflowing with the love that you yourself generate. You are worthy of it all.